Hey, Corey.
Oh, hi.
You seem surprised.
I was not ready for that.
To see me.
What are you doing here?
Oh, my God.
So we couldn't stay away long, gang. Welcome to our Cosmic Hot Take. These are just going to be short form content just to pop in to say hi because we miss you and we can't go that long without chatting with our peeps. So here we are. So today we just want to give a quick energy update. Let's talk about how we're feeling, see if that's how you guys are feeling. So this is early October.
Yes.
And we feel fairly positive that October will be a good month, but we don't know. We don't know how it's going to go.
Anything goes nowadays, as we all know.
Anything's possible. So we're going to do a little check-in with you guys, share what the energy is expected to be for the month, and then tell you how we're feeling, and then please leave a comment if you're feeling the same or the opposite. Energy affects people in different ways. So would love to know if you're having the best week, month ever. Amazing. Let's shout out to that. And if you're not,
we're all in this together.
We're all in it together.
No, I really reiterate, we'd love to know how you're doing as well. Because I think it's just nice to, whenever I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling great, I'm having blah, blah, blah. And then somebody else says, oh yeah, me too. I'm like, okay, I kind of feel better about that. So let's share together how we're doing. Let's talk briefly. September was a rough month.
It sucked. For me, it sucked.
For a lot of people. Some people, I don't want to discount you. If you had a great month, I'm really glad for you. Mine sucked.
It was hard.
It was hard.
There was we had going in with the 999 portal. We had an eclipse. We had
2
the
eclipses.
equinox.
Mm-hmm. So much stuff going on. So October astrologically, we'll start there. October astrologically is a little bit calmer, I will say. So I feel like, and I've seen this from other energy updates, that October is more of a month to integrate everything that we went through in September. We are just coming off of the Aries full moon that was on October 6th. So full moons, again, completions, culminations. We're in Libra season. So the sun and the moon were opposing each other with the moon in Aries. And lots of intense energies usually around full moons, but with that, it's really shining a light on what we need to let go of and release. So that just happened. On the 13th, coming up, we have Pluto stationing direct at 1 degree of Aquarius. And whenever any planet either stations retrograde or stations direct, they basically are coming to a standstill. So they're moving very slowly, and that essentially amplifies that energy. So Pluto moving direct again is, again, more transformation in the outer world versus our inner world, but it can feel really intense around those days, that week of the stationing direct now for Pluto. So some bigger energies, but not quite as intense as September. Symptoms like hard time sleeping, insomnia, tossing and turning, lots of, maybe you're overly exhausted and you're sleeping all the time. So the opposite can be true too. For me, the last couple of nights, like I have been waking up a lot more frequently than normal, not getting as much sleep as I do. And that's been hard. How's your sleep been?
As a projector, I typically love sleep and I can sleep 10 hours. And I have not for the past month. It's hit or miss. Mm-hmm. I could be wide awake. Like last night, I felt so tired, but I didn't fall asleep till after 11. Woke up multiple times at night. Mm-hmm. Tossed and turned. I'm hot. I'm cold. I'm all over the place, and it feels overly exhausting for me as someone who really, really needs and craves sleep.
Yeah.
And my husband's the same way. He's a manifestor, and he's always struggled with sleeping. But he told me, specifically from last night, he was up since 3:30.
Oh yeah.
I was like, clean the house, bathrooms need cleaning. Go ahead and take care of that, please.
I started responding to texts before 6 a.m. this morning because I was like, well, I'm up. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's been rough, and in our household, my youngest son is going through a hard time, and I will tell you, as a parent, for anyone that is a parent, it's really hard to see your kids going through that, and so I have a lot of empathy, and I have to be very careful because I am making sure that I'm putting my own bubble of protection so I'm not absorbing that energy and that frequency, because he's having a really tough time. I'm also actively putting a bubble around him before he goes to school, because he, one, wouldn't remember to do it himself, and two, probably thinks that it's too woo-woo for him. But really trying to protect his energy, because there is so much going on, and people's feelings are... They're feeling a lot of feelings.
Feelings are big right now.
That has been when I noticed myself getting into, and again, we're both emotional beings through human design, and I want to make sure that I'm not projecting or broadcasting those big emotions, because then you've got those open centers who are going to amplify that. And so I've just been spending a lot of time in my house.
Yeah, it's not a bad time to do some hermiting, staying in your comfortable space, what feels safe to you, what feels secure, just because, there's the outer world is crumbling, and it's meant to. So we're right on time for that. But with that comes a lot of big energy, intense energies and it depends on your own personal sensitivity level, like how sensitive you are to other energies, how much you might be impacted. Other symptoms can be headaches or migraines. Digestive issues are a big one for folks. I don't get headaches, but I get digestive issues. So whether I'm working through something personally, or if I'm picking up on collective energies, I usually process them through my gut, which is not always comfortable. You have people who are having aches and pains and joints and muscle issues. Like I have all those too. Our bodies are shifting and changing into the frequencies, and these are being impacted by Schumann resonance, astrological events, the ascension process. Like there's just so many factors. So I have friends and people say, "What's going on today, Dana? Why am I feeling this way?" I'm like, pick your poison, because it's all happening all at once in that sense. So it's really important, as Corey said, to put up our energy bubble. So again, just imagining a bubble of light around you and setting that intention that only that which is for your greatest and highest good can enter in, and you're protected from anything that is not yours. And with that, like, it's also good every day to clear your energy field, maybe before you go to sleep at night too.
Especially if you are going into an office or you're around
other people in general.
If you follow the Schumann, one of the things too is that there's a lot of release energy that happens, and then there's a lot of new energy that comes in. And one of the things that I learned was that new energy your body will not take it in unless, one, you have purged out old energy, but two, if you are in a theta state, and oftentimes it happens when we're getting ready for bed or we're just waking up. And so two, I think sometimes that restless sleep could be because that energy is trying to integrate, and either your body has not necessarily released everything, or again, it's powerful.
It is. And what's the point of all this, right? Like, why are we all going through this? The point is to bring up the shadows within ourselves, our own issues and traumas that we're meant to look at and to heal. And how do we do that? Well, we acknowledge those feelings, those traumas, and then we forgive. Usually forgiveness is a part of that, and we work to let it go. So it doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be complicated, and we've talked about all the tools you can use. So whether that's sound and frequency, meditations, guided or otherwise, like there's lots of ways to release that energy, but we wanted to acknowledge that it's rough out there.
It's really rough, and there could be, if people are setting off triggers for you, it's probably a good time to look into, okay, why am I triggered and what's causing that? And if you can do some inner work, that would be probably beneficial for you. And
then it ripples out for everyone, right? We have, when I'm looking at transit charts right now, I call it kind of like that scattered chart, where there's something going on in almost every area of life, or for most of us collectively. We've got some Scorpio energy with Mars and Mercury. We still are in Libra season, so the sun is still in Libra. We've got Venus in Virgo moving into Libra. So again, like there's just a lot of shifting and changing of energy, and our outer planets are still having those longer term conversations throughout the year. So that Neptune-Saturn conjunction can be challenging, because the Saturn wants to set rules and boundaries and have discipline, and Neptune wants oneness and creativity and lacks boundaries. So you have these kind of conflicting energies sort of softening each other at the same time. So at moments it can be really positive blend, and at other times it can be a very dissonant blend. And then of course we talked about Pluto. We're at the beginning stages of Pluto and Aquarius, which typically in the beginning stages, or the beginning of a sign wherever Pluto is. And it takes a couple years. This is a couple years of being in the early degrees of Aquarius where the crumbling and the dismantling happens. So we're witnessing it right now. And our only job is to witness it. You know, we're not in the phase of fixing anything yet, but you can start to envision what you want the world to look like when we're through all of this. So if you want that idea of, you know, clean food and water for every person, where we are no one's in survival mode, you know, from a financial perspective.
I would also caution you, as social's blowing up, you see a lot going on in the political landscape. I would say a lot of these things, and I mean no disrespect, are distractions. They are to get people, whether it's in fear, to be in conflict,
separation.
Do not subscribe. Do not subscribe. If you trust me, it's and you can go down rabbit holes, but that's not serving you either, because the point is not to it. They still want those distractions to keep you focused on these things, which really don't matter, because we are moving into that new world. Focus on what Dana said, which is what you want it to be, where you want it to go. Keep your mind there. That's going to help support your vibration, because when you go down these rabbit holes, that keeps low, that keeps fear, that keeps harboring others, and just I wouldn't engage in that.
No,
I wouldn't engage in that.
It doesn't help if you feel what we're trying to do is find our joy in whatever way possible. So that could be very, very minor. Like I enjoy and find joy in my coffee ritual in the morning. Like it can be that little. It can be like looking at the flowers, and that's where you find joy. A lot of this can be nature in finding ways to regulate your nervous system, to stay calm. For me, like Corey said, I really don't pay attention to the news or what's going on, because to me, it's a movie and it's not one that I enjoy. If it's a movie you enjoy, great, like fine. But you have to really be the owner of your own energy and really be in tune with that. So find ways to make your life as comfortable as you possibly can right now.
And here's the thing. Social has become the news. It's the replacement. So if after work you think you want to lose yourself in social, you can, but that's also going to drive you further into polarity and separation, and everything is you want to pick a side. Like that's what is happening. I would encourage you maybe to take a break. I took a month off from social and it was amazing. I really am not on it that often. But I found myself even in September, because it was like, oh, this is the worst.
A lot was going on.
I get sucked in. And here's the thing too, our attention spans are so brief, right? We just swipe. And I've got 3 books that are, collecting dust. So I decided, okay, it's time to dust those off.
Time to read.
And do something that actually feels good and interesting, that is not, going to suck some joy from me.
Yeah.
So just something to think about.
Yeah. I think we just wanted to acknowledge that it's intense, and September was really intense. October should be a little bit lighter, but we're still integrating all of that energy. And if you're feeling crummy or you're feeling like you need a lot of sleep, then give yourself that. Give yourself the opportunity for self-care in all the many forms it takes.
Okay, so let's pull a card to see where we're going for. Or 2.
2 cards came out.
Where we're going for October. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I love these. Love this deck. Oh, this is Colette Baron Reed, The Enchanted Map. They're beautiful, beautiful cards. So we got card 44, which is Strength. And it's a picture of, I look at her like a little nymph. She is holding the world on her hand. There's a tree. And she's bright and colorful, where the environment around her is much more neutral. So those that can see it, there you are. And then the other card is 42, and it is wide open, and it's a woman standing on a rock looking at the skies. There, is it a bird?
Yeah,
a bird flying in the sky. So both beautiful cards. So to me, this speaks to wide open possibilities that can come in October, and there's a freedom that comes with that, especially when I look at her standing in the rock. She's got her arms open and just receiving. So it's also Oh, it gives a little nod to maybe some alien activity, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Could be some downloads that come.
What is it?
Three-Eye Atlas
is flying by this month.
Yeah, so there could be some, and there have been other channelers who have said there could be downloads. You could be telepathy could be coming in, different modalities could be coming in. So to me, this is open to possibility. If you are open to possibilities, they can happen. And to me, there's also a quiet strength as the world is going through change, and we don't know what to expect. What I like about this, that there's still a tree, there's growth on the world. We are changing, but we are growing.
And we have the strength to persevere through it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And so hold on to those two things. Both are beautiful cards. And to me, give a lot of hope and excitement for the month.
Feels very supportive energy for this month. Yeah. Feels very
Anything
supportive.
else there?
No, I love it. I think you did a great job.
Perfect. All right. Good to see you guys. See you next time on the Cosmic Catch Up or the Cosmic Hot Take. Who knows? Bye.